These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning,
hey.
Skippy.
Good morning, everybody. Josh currently has a mouthful of whatever it was. You hold the bag. Welcome back to another action-packed. Oh, cashews. There's a TikTok company called Crack Shoes that I really want to try.
Yeah.
They're coated in avocado oil and then whatever seasonings they have. So, but they're expensive. Anyway, Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Hello.
Oh,
How are we? How are you?
Oh boy.
How am I? You're in your trailer.
I'm not. Well,
I lost you.
please this age. No, I'm still here.
Oh.
Please hold. I'm gonna go out into my kitchen. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's not good. We just spilled everything all over. You can tell we haven't done this in a while. Josh is having major issues. Well, I would ask how his week was, but it might have been the same thing as what he's going through now. If you're on the YouTube, you're seeing some good content right now.
Yeah, it's just a glass of water.
All over your electrical components.
Yeah, just right on top of the laptop. No problem at all. I'm sure it's going to be fine. If the stream just goes down, you'll know why.
Yeah.
I got random things opening now. That's good. See how long this podcast lasts today.
It should last a little bit.
At least we tried today.
Well, speaking of try, I want to apologize.
It's cold.
Right all over you. Yeah, there you go. I failed. I won't even blame Josh for it. I failed. I didn't tell everybody that we weren't going to do a podcast last week, and nothing was posted, and we were getting hate mail, and so I apologize to everybody for not doing that.
You got hate mail?
Yeah, my mom was like, "Why wasn't there a podcast?" So I guess it's the only time I ever talked to you, which is not true. Ooh. Tell me it was just underneath and not on top.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I could tell you that.
I hope you don't need that one.
Yeah, it's only running the show.
Well,
in my life.
Speaking of your life,
we're going to start with me. We're going to start with me, really?
Yeah, we're going to start with
How's everything going?
Yeah.
This is clearly representative of May.
How's Gert 2 working out?
I am looking forward to having it on the trailer.
Yeah?
Yeah, eventually.
Working on and off the trailer is not going well? Oh.
New box of envelopes.
Thank you, darling.
Is your wife there today?
No, that was Pam.
Oh.
She was in the cafe. She was definitely making me a breakfast sandwich. Oh, I saw the logo on that piece of paper. How was that event?
Slow.
Really?
Yeah. Very, very, very slow.
Wow.
We had a lot of food left over.
Weather related at all?
It's inside.
No, I'm like to get there kind of thing.
No. Well, I mean, it was cold, but no, it's not like there was storms or anything.
Did you max out your reimbursement?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. All right.
But
Well,
we threw away a lot of food. Huh?
let's get into this. What are we doing? Got a couple weeks to cover. We got a lot of Etna days. Nobody knows what the hell a counter day is, but you keep telling everybody you're at a counter day.
Who doesn't know what a counter day is?
I don't know what a counter.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm one of those. What's a counter day?
It's just their days. That's what they're called, counter days. They're vendor days.
Like they just go up to a counter?
Yes, basically, yes.
Do they count people that come in as like employee days? Like I'm thinking like it's like a school.
I don't name it. I don't name these things. We just go.
Okay.
Getting mad at me for what I put on our schedule.
Josh, I'm never mad at you.
Whatever.
Rarely.
I'm done. I'm all done today.
Hey, everything's still working. Ish. You're just gonna. I mean, I'll talk. It's fine. We can go over my weeks.
I'll skip you all the time.
It's never been that. But anyway, yeah. Let's. I'll go over my days. So we. The racetrack. Let's start with the racetrack. Let's start with last week first, because the first.
What kind of races? Are these dog races? Are they horse races? Are they car races? Are they bike races? Are they tricycle races? You should really be more specific on your schedule.
Absolutely, I should be, but I was not given a chance.
How are people supposed to know what they're going to see?
I didn't announce it. You did.
They're not three-legged races?
I didn't announce anything about races. I'm just talking about races here. You put it on your
racetrack.
On your Facebook.
You said racetrack. Let's talk about
Correct.
the racetrack.
I am.
I was just asking what kind of races.
If you'd let me talk about the racetrack, I'd be more than happy. So I have found out that the racetrack does not put the Michigan International Speedway racetrack, the 2.5 mile tri-oval, does not put any event that's going on there other than their race or their Richard Petty driving experience. So Tuesday of this week, I find out I get a catering request for what's called an SE event, and I had to Google it to figure out what it is. It was 109 colleges and universities from all over the country and really world that goes on the track, and they're building mini race cars from scratch, combustion engines. I found out later that 80% of the build has to be built and manufactured by the school, by the students. They can only buy 20% of the parts, which is really cool. They showed me one of the kids from NIU in Chicago, Go Huskies, showed me a picture of their car, and it kind of looked like a Mad Max kind of car. It had that kind of cage, that kind of sheet metal. But they said they didn't pass they failed inspection because the fuel line was leaking all over the battery.
That is a problem.
That would definitely be a problem.
That sounds like a fire hazard.
It absolutely would be a fire hazard. What was that?
What was what?
I just heard disemboweling of a cat.
Oh, that's my inner monologue.
Good. So I found out about this, and I definitely was not staffed properly because I'm thinking it's just going to be a normal week. No, we were slammed to the gills all 4 days. I text you Friday because we were supposed to do a food truck rally about an hour away, and I got a last minute catering order on Friday for like 25 people, and they were ordering a shit ton of food. I didn't see it until Saturday morning when my guy had already prepped everything. So I couldn't be here and let them cook food because they haven't been trained how to do that. So I had to stay back and cook food, which means we didn't do the food truck rally, which I talked to one of the other barbecue guys there because basically he said there were 2 trucks from each genre or cuisine, yes. And he said the weather sucked and nobody showed up. So
that was Saturday?
I guess that was a good thing for me because we had our best day ever at the shop. I mean, we had the best week for sure. We did over, I think, almost 12 in 4 days. And I mean, it was Friday night. I had to call my daughter back because I was getting slammed. I had a 40-person wedding party just show up out of the blue saying, hey. And then one lady was getting all pissed off that she wasn't getting fed fast enough because I was making like 4 orders at a time and just bringing them out.
Mm-hmm.
Hers wasn't an order.
Ah.
What might that be?
A dog with a squeaky toy?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a crow outside your window or something. Anyway, that's all I can think about now. You got crows circling your house,
Wouldn't be surprised.
looking for the remains of Josh or Chris or anybody else. Maybe Caleb. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, it was just a busy week. The previous week was normal. Like I said, we are averaging 40 orders a day. Last week we averaged 70 orders a day. A lot of not a lot of new people that I mean are local enough. I got the best Google review ever. He mentioned his wife kicked him out of the house because she couldn't take a deuce with him there. So he drove from Ohio to try us and said we're better than the local place they have, which is always good. Got another.
Excellent.
The guy from NIU gave us a 5-star Google review. Yeah, it's the shop's growing, doing pretty good, enjoying it so far.
So when are you going to start getting the truck out more?
I know. Well, I'm going to see how this week goes as far as see if it's anywhere 70% of last week, and then I'll know that it's really time to dig down and hire people and not try to do everything myself. Once I do that, then I'm focusing on either kitchen help or truck help. So we one day we did almost $500 in tips just because it was busy.
Nice.
That's just credit card. That's not cash. Cash was like another 120 that day. My daughter.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, cooked the most meat I've ever cooked. 3 cases of brisket, 3 cases of butts, 3 cases of ribs, 3 cases of chicken, a lot of mac and cheese. Hell, we went through a case of beans in the 4 days, which is not bad.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you were busy.
We have
I'm
our.
glad it looks like it's turning up for you.
I'm hoping. We have another topic after we go through our weeks about unruly owners and pettiness. So,
hold on, I'm doing. You're good. I just lost my spot here. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I was trying to get some numbers, and I went too far.
Yeah.
On my list.
Well, I'm on my laptop.
5, 3.
While you're doing that, I don't know if you saw. I didn't. We had Num Num Ninja on our podcast a while back. I guess he just authored a book.
Yep, I saw that. I did see that.
He said it was cheaper than a lunch from a food truck, and I don't know how much that would be.
$15. I don't know how much the book is, but we can get lunch for $15. Easy. I'm still dealing with my water.
Oh, water's good.
It's probably a winner. Won't be able to turn it in because they can't read the barcode on it. There goes my 200 million. All right.
All right. 236 total transactions. Average ticket was $52.
Nice. That's a good average. It's a solid average.
Yeah, solid.
All right.
And we are over last month. We're up 89% just between this month. That's just like same time frame, May 1st to May 19th or April 1st to April 19th.
You're month to month, or April to May, not May to May. Yeah.
Correct.
Excuse me.
I mean, even honestly, even May to May, we're way up.
Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Fran.
Fran and Pam. We're up 64% year over year so far.
Good. Well, I mean, that was to be expected.
True, but I mean, is it? Again, I was hoping for food truck numbers, so I was hoping. This time last year we were at 67,750. We're at 100, basically 111,550. In February,
nice.
February helped us, but even if I take that, we're still up 20-something thousand.
You're at 111,000 right now?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you go.
I know, you did that last week.
Did not do that last week.
Or within the last 2 weeks.
I am not that far ahead of you.
Me, so I send Josh a screenshot of my square thinking that I'm
Jesus
being
Christ.
really badass here and like I'm tired, my ass hurts, like everything hurts and I just want to die. And he sends me his and he's like, not trying to diminish what you're doing, but here's triple your numbers. I'm like,
wasn't that triple?
It was like 5,000% because I only sent you one day and you sent me the whole week.
I waited to send that. I sent how much stuff was in between the two things. It's not like you sent me a screenshot and I sent you a screenshot back like, fuck you.
I know I'm not giving context on the fact that you were trying to belittle me. I thought it was
You're such an asshole.
I know. I'll go with it. Anyway.
So my May's been okay. It's been fair. We're doing all right.
Did you hit 100,000 yet? Hey?
In May? No. We have a shot for 75 though, I think.
Okay.
And we only need to do like 1,800 a day. And we still have another Etna day.
Of course you do. They just stack all of them in May.
We've only had 3 this month.
No, I know.
We actually have less this month than we did last May, which makes the numbers more impressive. And they reduced the headcounts on every one of them this year. So we're getting less from Etna this year.
Did you increase your price a little bit to cover it? No. Kept it the same no matter what.
Well, yeah, that's kind of shady business.
Cost goes up. I don't know what to tell you.
Our catering prices didn't go up. We're going to charge them more just because they dropped their head count.
Chicken didn't go up for you?
No.
Oh, what are you cooking?
$27 a case.
Oh, quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I separate them.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
It takes me an hour to separate 3 cases of chicken. So
you separate then cook or cook then separate?
Separate then cook.
I always do it backwards.
Yeah, and then you can just pull them apart.
It's easier to cut through the bone when it's cooked.
Well, you're not supposed to cut through the bone.
You're supposed to cut through the knuckle.
Go through the joint. Through the joint. If you hit it right, it's very easy.
Again, if you hit it right. I get it, okay?
You need more practice.
I can prove I had it.
Before ceremony.
So,
what are you eating?
Breakfast sandwich.
Sorry, dealing with my daughter graduates tomorrow, so trying to coordinate. They want everybody to do graduation pictures with families before the ceremony, not after the ceremony.
Oh, before, yeah.
Yeah, which makes it very handy and easy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, my May, it's Justin says it's been slowing down a bit for him. He's at 72. I'm guessing that's for the year, bud. Before we get to yearly numbers.
He's whooping your ass.
I mean, maybe that's for the month. That'd be awesome. a guy with a name PB&J's and the first name Skippy, and he's using Jif peanut butter.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
I was given the name Skippy.
So Chris thought that you were called Skippy because of the peanut butter, because of the PB&J's name, and that you just loved Skippy so much, Skippy peanut butter.
No.
And that was your favorite thing.
Mike, I took a class.
Froze. We lost you. Hi, you're back.
I'm here.
You took Mike a class Davis in what?
From Laudable Barbecue. I took his class. And he's like, what's your team name? I said, PB&J's. He's like, shit, I ain't going to remember that. We'll call you Skippy. So, yeah, 2012 or whatever.
I guess it's better than Jif.
Yeah. Hey
there, Peter Pan.
Biff. Feel like I'm part of Back to the Future. Biff.
Yeah, anyways, okay. Back to May. Yeah, we've had some Etna Day. What are you doing? Etna Days. Our roadside has actually been pretty solid so far. It's actually been really solid. The numbers were kind of weird to start the year because the order of the Etna Days, they changed massively from last year. So we actually started out the month way down because last year the first 2 counter days were their biggest ones. And they were a little bit later this year. So, but not a big deal. We are currently up 23% for the month of May over last May. So through the first 18 days, we've done 53,000. Last May, for the total month, we did 60. So we only have to hit about $500 a day that we're open for the rest of the month to meet last May, which is a pretty good spot to be in. Wish the weather was going to be a little bit better this week, but yeah, we have a pretty normal roadside week this week, which everybody's really excited about on the staff. Should be a little less hectic and crazy. We had a weekend where we probably tried to do too much, but glad we did. I'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, we're up 23% for the month of May, which puts us up 4.5% for the year currently. And we're at 113.6 currently.
Okay. Oh,
so,
passed me.
Yep.
Only took you a month. Well, 2 months.
Justin, have both of you only grown every year since opening? Yes, we have.
I would have, but I didn't have surgery.
Yeah.
I still finished.
So, yeah, on average, we're about 10%. We had a year that we were about 5%. I'm not going to count the year that we were up 80%. When we went from, I think that was from the COVID year, so 2020 to 2021, I think we were up 80%. Or no, I don't even think it was that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I think that was the year. So I don't really count that one because the outlier. And then so we were 20% last year. But yeah, on average, we're right around 10, I think. So good morning, Steve. But yeah, so things are going well. Last weekend we had so Friday. Pam, you never let me down. You were doing exactly what you needed to be doing. Don't worry, there'll be more opportunities. So yeah.
Pam, if you're frustrated, you can come see me.
So Alex started working on the truck a little bit. She pulled a shift last Thursday.
Oh, that's good.
This was mostly, and this is what Pam was saying, I had asked her if she was available for an emergency shift, but she was not. So Alex has been looking for some hours. So I put her into service. She was able to take orders. She caught on very quickly. Very, very good job on her part. So Friday we had the first food truck Friday of the year down at Riverside Park in Grand Rapids. 28 trucks, which is a little high for them for those events.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been seeing that all over the place.
But the weather was more or less perfect until about 8ish. The event goes until 9. Started to see some lightning in the area about 8:30, and they shut it down about 8:40. Told everybody to close up. So yeah, I mean, but we did 25, I think, in the 3 hours or whatever. 4 o'clock, whatever time it was that we started to, whatever time it ended. But $2,500 night that night. We did lunch that day, which was the disappointing part of the day. Pretty slow for where we were at. I think our slowest day there at that lunch location this year. So we ended up at like 3 for the day. Not too bad. But yeah, getting there late or being there late, it goes until 9. I think I was back home at 10:03. And then I'm doing morning prep. I did morning prep all weekend. So for me, it was truck active from 3 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then Saturday, back on the truck at 3 a.m. That one we had Cider Fest in downtown Grand Rapids. That was only like a 4-hour thing. And then we did the Barley Beats and Barbecue. So we had to split duties. That's Alex worked with me at Cider Fest. It was a little cold, especially compared to 86 the day before. I think we had a high of 60, and it was kind of just drizzly on and off, not awesome weather to be outside.
Nasty.
Even enjoying cider, it was not great weather to be outside. So, I mean, it was all right. We did, I think, $900 in the 3 hours. We were hoping for like 13, because the Barley Beats, we got like 1,900 for that. So we're shooting for like kind of 3 a day. 4 a day would have been perfect. But so yeah, we did like $900 there. So still a good day. Ended up like 27 for that day, 28, something like that. But yeah, again, got back home. That ended at 7. I think I was back home at 8:30. Had to make an extra batch of mac and cheese after I got home for the next day, which was rolling out Food Truck Festival, which is the Grand Rapids Food Truck Association's big event. It's the kickoff to the food truck season kind of thing. At a new location. It's the first year we've been because we haven't been a part of the association until this year. So you have to be an association member to be there. 40 trucks there. This is an event that historically has pulled 10 to 15,000 people. And everybody coming to eat, obviously. So it was not 10 to 15,000 people there. Unfortunately, everybody said that it was significantly slower than years previous. So why? I don't know. It was still only 62 degrees. We had a lot of sun yesterday, on and off, which was nice. It made it feel warmer. But new location, weather not so awesome. It could have been a lot of things.
Where was it? Where did it go?
It used to be at Calder Plaza, so right downtown. If people are downtown doing other things, museums and stuff like that, it's an easy block walk over to where it was. So they moved it to Grand Valley State University has a downtown campus. They're accumulating lots of buildings and parking lots, so they were able to use one of their parking lots on the south side of town. Still not far from downtown, but definitely not walkable from like Van Andel Arena. Like, I mean, you could, but it's probably a half to 3/4 of a mile type of thing. So it might have had something to do with it, but I get why they did it. I mean, it was $8,000 cheaper for them to hold the event, just moving it, because they don't have to shut down a city street. They don't have to have all the extra stuff that the city requires at that spot because it's in a parking lot versus on the street.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They had a really hard time getting media coverage. The reasons they were given were conflicting. They thought it would be confusing because Food Truck Fridays is run by a different food truck organization in Grand Rapids. There's all kinds of now weird politics in Grand Rapids, and this is why I didn't want to be a part of any of these associations. So they thought it would be confusing for Food Truck Fridays if they were also doing something else for, yeah. So every news station was at Food Truck Fridays on Fridays. and we saw no one on Sunday.
Really?
And they said they would not come out. So it was weird. I don't know. That probably didn't help. That they did their best to promote
that the Underground Cookie Club guy runs.
He does, yes. Yeah, so GR8 food trucks, great food trucks. He runs that, and then he puts on the Food Truck Friday ones. Yeah. The Grand Rapids Food Truck Association is the longer standing and more formal association. There's a board. There's dues involved.
Are you part of both?
Yeah, so GR8 food trucks, you don't have to be a member of or anything like that. It's just a promotion of food trucks, and they do some events. So Grand Rapids Food Truck Association, there are dues involved. And I got a sticker for my window.
How much are your dues?
So $300
per year, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we ended up doing, I think we only did 2,700 on Sunday on a 9-hour festival. Cool. So it started, we were doing about $400 to $500 an hour, which isn't busy, but I was like, okay, if it stays this steady, it'll be a decent day at the end of the day. Like, we had enough food to do the 4,000. That's what our goal was. We could do a little bit more, but typically, yeah, that's what we were shooting for. So we were kind of on pace for that. And then, man, it hit 3:30 and it just nosedived with people. And it was like that but there was like no dinner rush. It was so bizarre. So, yeah. So, I mean, it still ended up being a pretty good weekend. I think we did, over those 4 days, so Thursday to Sunday, I think we still did 13. But we were hoping to do 9 to 10 just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So,
yeah.
But it is what it is. It was still good. Steve says, any other trucks talking about the economy? R word. No. There are some. I've heard some murmurs from other trucks complaining that they are down this year. Some well-known trucks in our area that are saying they're down a little bit this year. But for the most part, the trucks that I've talked to, at least in our area, they are all up. So whatever reasons restaurants are closing in our area does not seem to be affecting food trucks as much. So I think it's going to be a good year for food trucks in general. Whether that is because of restaurants closing or what other factors, but we do have the ability to run a little bit leaner. We don't, but we have the ability. We just choose not to.
I think, I agree with what you're saying. I think it's, smaller little, you get these restaurants that are closing. If you look at where they are, it's prime locations, but it's also prime money. And landlords are, I was offered a spot for $3,000 a month, but it was right downtown. Could I have done it? Maybe, but what do I need to get there? And do I even want to think about it? And the answer is no. I thought about it for about a hot second, and then we're like, yeah, let's just worry about what I got because I can barely do that right. And I think, I think the mom and pop shops hopefully are going to see a resurgence from all the franchises that are out there. And I think that includes food trucks. People are more open to food trucks. It's still, I'm not going to say it, taboo is not the right word, but it's still, and a lot of food trucks are still an unknown because there's just new ones popping up all over the place.
Right.
That are building these for next to nothing now.
We've booked some more catering. So our goal for this year was 160 in catering sales. We are currently at 142 invoiced or paid for the year. So I think we'll get there. A new feature, I don't know when it was added, but as per every year, I get a little nervous this time of year when we approach weekends that I have forgotten to put something on the calendar. So it's usually this time of year that I go through and print every invoice and double check all the service dates with the calendar. You can now sort your invoices by service date.
Yes, you can.
Which is awesome. I wish you could search by service date, which doesn't seem to pull through yet, but you can sort by service date, which is immensely helpful. So if you're using Square Invoices, make sure you're putting in service date. It will make it a little bit easier to find those.
For what it's worth to search, I also put the service date in the title. So I'll do like May 17th dash whatever it is. That way I can see it both ways.
Gotcha.
Because then you can search by the title.
Okay.
I just typed in May and I got all the ones for like May 10th wedding reception, May 10th Reed luncheon.
Okay. Excellent. That's a good tip. Look at that. Tips and tricks by Skippy.
Well,
that's what we're here for.
Nowhere near.
What?
I've got done 34 invoices this year.
It's good. It's a good number.
For a total still kind of less than last year, though.
Well, for the whole year?
Yeah.
That's fine. You still have lots of time. We are still getting requests for quotes like crazy for stuff this year. So,
I mean, we are too. The race thing didn't help or didn't hurt, but
yeah,
it was still a good day. So speaking of catering, so we actually had to close the shop on last Saturday because I had 2 weddings to do and a senior send-off event at a local high school.
Okay.
So I sent my girls to do the 2 drop-offs, and I took the food truck to the local high school. The one wedding I knew them. It's the daughter and son of the owners of the cafe, owners of the shop. And then the other one was one that really hadn't talked to a whole heck of a lot. But they said I conversed with them a couple days prior, and I said, "Hey, we'll probably, we're not going to be there to serve, but we'll probably leave our hot box there with a couple extra, with a pan of pork and a pan of mac and cheese. I just need to know who to let know that stuff is in there." So I got contact information, and I told my girls, "Hey, make sure you contact this person. Let them know, set everything up for them, but let them know there's a little extra." It's like, okay. So I conversed with that contact person, just making sure everything is going good. And I get a call from her at like 8:30. Now I'm at the high school until 9. They call at 8:30. Says, "What do you want us to do with the hot box and the racks?" I'm like, "Well, I had conversed with the groom, like we were just going to meet up later in the week and he was going to drop it off or I'll pick it up or whatever." "Oh, well, he left it here and the father of the bride is just kind of sitting here watching it. Can you get here?" And by the time she gets to me, it's like 9 or 8:55. I'm like, "Sure." So I race home. Luckily, I'm only 15 minutes from the high school. Race home, drop the trailer, race down there. By the time I get there, it's 9:45. Pick up my stuff. Don't really feel like there's any weight difference. I mean, hot boxes are heavy to begin with, but or have some weight to them. So I left it in the back of my truck. Somehow the latch popped open, and I find there's a full pan of pork with no lid. Right? So somebody had to see it and just decide they didn't want it. But that was the mac and cheese was gone.
Well, that's good. So at least they remembered food was in there.
At least they liked the mac and cheese.
couple things from Steve.
Is this Rodriguez?
Josh, yeah. Do you think your menu additions are helping? Really, we just had the one with the Angry Mac and the sausage. Yeah, I mean, we sell it. I don't think it's bringing new people in necessarily, but it's a good option. So the Angry Mac and the Abe Froman, we are selling. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gaining customers because of it. I think it's just another option for those.
I mean, since you bring up mac and cheese, how's your mac and cheese sales going now that you added butter to them?
I mean, no different. I made 650 pounds of mac and cheese last week.
It's a lot of mac and cheese.
Yeah, it is.
Make it all with butter?
Yeah. Why would I not make it all with butter?
Oh. Have you got
This
any
pan I'm
comments
using
on any? Does it taste any different, or does it taste better?
No.
I was wondering. We talked about this.
I was just telling you. No, but I haven't gotten any reviews on anything this year. So,
Okay.
It's not like people are just not or commenting on that. We don't normally get reviews or a lot of them. We did have somebody on Saturday that said the mac and cheese was slapping, or it slaps.
Yeah, I hear that's what the kids are saying nowadays.
Yeah, it was somebody that was at least my age.
Oh,
with 0 kids present.
Been trying to use fire more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how else you would cook.
No, like to describe food. Like that
gotcha.
Fire.
Gotcha.
Or on fleek. Is on fleek still a thing?
I never heard that one. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know that it's helping. We are selling quite a few of the Apromans though. We're going through like 12 to 20 sausages a day. We definitely, yeah, we definitely have specific locations where we sell more. So our Dutton Tuesday lunch, we typically sell more there.
Lesbian clinics.
Huh?
Just love the sausage.
And then he says, how is the inventory-based 86 going? It actually works pretty well. Events like this last weekend was where I was really excited to see how it did. Because typically we'll have Chris outside as long as the weather's good. Chris will be outside taking orders. Me and Caleb inside, one person making food, other person handing it out. It saves a whole lot of space inside. It makes it a whole lot easier to work. We can do $1,000 hour without really flinching that way. Just the flow works so much better. But the problem is us communicating back and forth to let Chris know, because he can get so far ahead of where the person making food is, So you get down towards the end of, pork and brisket and stuff.
Because Chris is just taking orders. I mean, that's all he's doing.
Right. And he has no idea what's going on inside.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if we're behind or what, or if there's 15 pounds of pork sold that he's already rung up and we're down to the last 2 pans or whatever, and it might be tight.
Down with nubbins.
Yeah. So him being able for the square to say, because it gives you active counts right on every item. It tells you how many you got left. There's a little bubble there. And then when you get to sold out, it says, are you sure you want to add this anyway? So yep, we put in our amounts and we give ourselves a little buffer. And because a 4-ounce scoop is not, our number 4 scoop is not necessarily a quarter pound every time, just based on whatever meat's in there. But it's usually pretty close. So we'll usually take a couple pounds off whatever we weigh. But that at least gets him to the point where he's slowing down or asking us questions before we realize that we're super low.
Constant communication.
Yeah, it works really well. It did a really good job. We still have some adjustments to do on some recipes, kind of getting our other things like beans and stuff where we have limited supplies of those typically.